game?
I mean, there wasn't too many positive takeaways whether we played, but obviously we had stretches where we did what we were supposed to do and we played well. But I think the majority of the game we didn't play well as a team. We know that.
What's the mindset going into tomorrow's preseason finale?
I'll just get back to playing the way that we were playing the previous two games, and then just finish out the preseason strong. You know that games are about to count.
De'Aaron, Mike didn't call a bunch of timeouts in this last game like he had in the previous games. Do you think he was letting you guys kind of figure it out a little bit?
Yeah, definitely, because obviously, you only have a limited amount of timeouts, and Mike is the type of guy that's going to use them. But there are going to be times where sometimes you can't. You need those timeouts going into the fourth quarter. So, yeah, he was definitely out there. He was letting us try to figure it out. And obviously, he was still talking to us and things like that. But sometimes you don't have a dead ball or a timeout to use or to blow to figure things out. And you need a lot of that.
What's your thoughts about those turnovers? You guys been taking care of the ball, pretty good up there.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were physical, but a lot of the turnovers were kind of just, self-inflicted. And, I mean, you'd rather kick the ball out of bounds rather than having a live ball turnover. And I mean, those were an issue last night.
You guys had a tendency last year to kind of let some games get away when teams were missing a lot of guys. How important is that not to let that become like part of the DNA now?
I mean, if you want to be a good team, you have to win those type of games. Rather coming in playing star players or not. You have to go in there with the mindset every game that every game matters.
Do you think that affected the energy last night?
I definitely think it did a little bit, and it also still being a preseason game.
When you come out of a game like that and you're going into the final preseason test, is there anything specific you're looking for?
Just to end the preseason the right way. Continue to share the ball. Continue to be really good defensively. Just be sharp everywhere. And obviously the game doesn't count, but it's a tune-up for basically everybody, and you want to hit the first game running.
Do you feel like you have a good enough kind of expectation of what this would look like come opening night?
Oh yeah, I definitely do. We've been running a lot of the same stuff, and obviously the playbook will expand as the season goes on. I think that happens for pretty much everybody. But you pretty much know, what we know what we're looking for going into the first game.
Mike highlighted the last 3 minutes of the first half when you guys went on that 13-2 run. What were you feeling? What was working for you guys during that stretch?
I think our pace was up. I think we picked up the intensity defensively, and everything else pretty much just fell in place after that.
Have you talked to Mike about things that worked between you and Domas in the small stretch you guys had together last year that maybe would work this year if you put them in the playbook?
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows that we have a pretty good two-man game, but for us as a team right now, we had a game where we had 30 assists, so that's kind of what we're looking at right now. And obviously, when the game gets down to it, most of the NBA, you're either going ISO or pick and roll. So those are things that we're continuing to work on in practice, but in the game right now, we're looking at a lot of other things.
Transition defense was a little bit of an issue last year, and it looked like that might have popped back up yesterday. What were you kind of seeing that caused that?
I mean, it's hard to play defense on live ball turnovers, and I think that's where it was. It wasn't like we were missing shots and they were just leaking out or anything like that. It was the times that we were turning the ball over. It's almost impossible to really play defense that way. No team in the league is necessarily great at it. But you want to be better than we were last year for sure.
And you've had one guy kind of sliding in and out that's changed that starting group, but what have you thought of the cohesiveness of that unit?
I mean, I think we're finding joy in playing together. We're finding joy in sharing the ball, and I mean, I think that's what'll keep us together.
Where is this team right now at training camp with it winding down in the season right here on the brink?
I mean, I think we're almost there. I think we're almost ready. I think every team will pretty much tell you that, and but I mean, if we said outside of yesterday, I would say that we were ready. But you can't have a game like that and have slippage like that and think that you're the team that you need to be at.